Hello and welcome back to Home Renovation Experts. Steve here, just on another little job in between starting the next garden room, which will be tomorrow. So that's the decorating job. Not done one of these for a little while. So basically, it's for an older client, lovely people, worked for them for years. And this is the room. Isn't nice? So just going back in white again. Nice and straightforward. I'm just doing the walls and ceiling because the client likes doing the woodwork. Happy days. So, for those sat in your house watching this video going, do you know what? This room could use a lick of paint. Here's what you do. First things first. Anywhere where there's gaps and cracks, I go around first with a bit of decorator's caulk. And basically get that done and in before I kind of get set up, because that way it's sort of curing and drying off. So all around the windows, ceiling line, skirting edges around the architrave, anywhere where there's like those cracks, get that done. Also, there's like a fine crack in the ceiling across the Artex, so I just put a bit into there as well. You can see it that away. These sort of gaps and cracks will always continuously open up, but it'll look good for a little while because the decorator's caulk will expand and contract in that space for a bit. But give it 5 years or whatever, that crap will be back again. But you know, while we're here, while we're in, do it. 2-second job. So what I'm going to now do is I'm going to go around. If you look down the wall, you can just see it's like a mark here, because obviously where most people sort of hit their shoulders and stuff as you come into the room. So to save the job of the paint trying to cover that furniture scratch, get this from loads of places now, lovely. And what I'm going to do is go around, and you can see like that mark. Magic, it's gone. So you can go around it. And that is that kind of a bit back now, so the black's kind of off of it. And it just saves the paint trying to cover that bit. You know, there's a pencil mark here where they obviously put up the mirror, but they're going to go back here. Let's just run around, get rid of that. So it's just making it a bit easy for the paint, which just saves me time trying to keep it covered, get it covered. There's a few bits and pieces where it's a bit knobbly, a bit bobbly. So I'm going to get all that filled up as well. One of the things that I've been finding lately, which is really quite cool, is this pre-knocked up stuff. It used to be terrible years ago. You'd get stuff called, was it Red Devil or something like that? And that stuff, Sparkers used to love it. So literally they'd do a chase and they'd just whack their stuff in it and not really give it a very good finish. But it's as hard as bloody cement. Trying to rub it down was a pain in the butt. So, but this stuff is much better now. You know, you get it from all different brands and stuff. But it's great for these little baby repairs and stuff. Absolutely perfect. And it rubs down a treat. So it definitely gets the thumbs up. So once I've gone round, filled it all, I shall then sort of give it a quick dry. I've got my electric dryer, little DeWalt one, 35 quid from Screwfix, 50 quid, something like that. Brilliant, just speed dry, just double check that all the caulk is definitely cured, dry the filler off, and then rub the walls, and then start getting a coat on it. So that is my plan. Got to have a plan. So yes, I shall give you a little video in a second. See you later, guys. And there you go, job done. There you have a little looky. So it's still drying, but lovely, absolutely gorgeous. You can't beat white. White just works. Very nice. So, like I say, once you've got to rub your walls, your decorate caulks and you've filled where needed, what you then do is you'll run around and cut it in, which basically just means, the bit you won't do with a roller. So get it all cut in, all the way around. Once that's done, give it your first roll, then bugger off for a cup of tea, maybe watch a bit of Netflix for about half hour, 4 minutes, depending on your ambient air temperature. Come back in, give it a little touch, just to make sure it's kind of dry enough to take a second one, and then cut it in again, give it a whole roll, and then that should be it. Now that is kind of a bit of a blanket statement because it depends on the colour you're using. Some colours will not cover very quickly. I mean, reds and yellows, stuff like that sometimes can be a bit of a pain and a bit of a pig, and could take 4 or 5 coats sometimes. So you don't know exactly until you start doing it. And had this morning I've been painting on, say, blue or purple walls, it'll take more coats to get it covered. So it is dependent, but essentially just follow that same process again. Just keep cutting it, rolling it, cutting it, rolling it, until once it's dry, you look at it and go, job done, happy days. But yeah, so still applicable for garden rooms because you've got to paint them anyway, right? So that is it for the day. Tomorrow I shall be starting a layout of my next garden room, which is a 5x3 French doors and 2 floor to ceiling windows either side. So really looking forward to getting cracked on with that one. And that's it. If you like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon because there's much more like information and like loads of stuff coming up. So yeah, Happy days. See you later, guys.